Hi there, and welcome back to the fourth and final part of Looted Empire Shield. Some of these quests I was thinking are going to be quite quick, and then they turn out to take absolutely ages. I've got a resolution on what's happening with this Berserk 0. So thanks to my own malice for a comment that they used to be very keen on the board game, and there was on a six-sided dice a 1 in 6 chance of not being able to control the berserking. And so what happens is, if he fails that roll, he will then attack his colleagues, and he won't get any more attacks in that turn. So as it's, I actually bothered to check the skills on this app, which I didn't do because it's a bloke thing. I never really bothered when I started the game. He's got a 15% chance of not berserking properly and attacking everyone, and then getting no sort of attacks on any enemies. Apparently, as he levels up, the chance will get less and less, unlike the board game, which apparently stood at 1 in 6 all the way through the game. But anyway, that's resolved that one. Certainly with the earlier parts, it just shows that that particular fighter's been particularly unlucky. So there's not a lot I could do there with the magic user, because at the time they were just, the enemies were at the front, and I was using the fighters to keep the enemies away from the weaker characters. So what happened there, I was just letting a few arrows, of course, and my magic user was healing the fighters at the front. Not a lot. I also ran out of arrows and sort of can't get to this last character here. But now, looks as though I'm going to use up my magic again, just to do a bit of healing. Most of my characters had sort of taken a bit of damage. So 2 misses there, which is unusual. Archer's normally quite good, really. Those characters don't tend to have much in the way of sort of a strong armour class. There we go. Magic user's doing quite a good attack, so I made that mistake again, didn't I? That I brought my fighter up as well, whereas I should have done my magic user attack first. And if I didn't get in, then bring the fighter up. But there you go. Anyway, it's probably worked out okay, because we've now got another attack. See, my Berserker's had a good roll this time. So they're all the nasties are sort of around here and further down the corridor. This is of course because I said that you don't tend to get attacked in corridors, so the game's trying to prove me wrong now. Magic user got 1 attacking, but not a lot else. Yes, got rid of him. So we're going to move him up. Oh right, there's one there. No, well, not for long. He doesn't hit lots of times, that one, but when he does hit, he normally does a lot of damage. So we've got 2 attacks? Yeah. So we've got that one out of the way, and then we will have 2 arrows against him. Whatever my magic user can muster. Not a lot. Right. That's because we had an attacker during sort of a turn, and magic user didn't get any power. Now what happened is the Shaman's done an here we go thing, and if he gets a roll of 1, then he normally nobbles the magic user, who's knocked out for this turn. More often than not they get 0, in which case nothing happens. Sometimes if they get a 1 roll, they can power up their sort of the enemies, the fighters and the bowmen nearby, so they're more powerful. And very, very occasionally I have seen a Shaman fire a poison or a fireball at us. But they tend to just do this sort of power roll. Anyway, pretty much got him now. He says, of course. Yeah. End of the problem. Not getting a great deal of treasure off them, really. Right, so we'll end the turn. And we can now try and get through to the next room. There we go. Right. So I should now have enough magic to, not enough power to do some healing. Just deciding who to heal. So that was quite good. So that's going to get us all back ready to go through, but not a lot to do really, so end turn again. Oh, and yet another attack, but it's only rats and bats. Oh, not too bad. Berserk +1 again, so yeah, things are sort of looking good. Magic using misses, but oh wow. That's it. So there's still quite a few enemies here. None of them are particularly powerful though, so obviously not that worried at this stage of the game. See how many you can get up. So he's lost the rhythm there, so he's got to start again, and that's it. There's an awful lot of messing going on here. Still. Oh, here we go. Automatic counter attack. Excellent. He didn't counter, did he? Probably a roll on that as well. I'll have to read up about it. Yeah, it's looking pretty damaged now, so. Later on, when you get a lot more power and some better spells, and don't have to spend all your time healing up, you can actually do some quite offensive spells. I need to get a better sword for my archer because he's really rubbish. Oh, great, it's painful sometimes at these low levels. Ah, yeah, 7 power. Do some good healing with that. I think this bat is history. Hopefully. Yay! I got a good treasure off bat, almost as good as the off a Shaman. Yeah, you get these random encounters sometimes. Sometimes they're beneficial. More often than not, they debilitate someone, and you get sort of some negative sort of rolls for a little while. There's a good one I found. The halfling, sorry, offers you money. Sorry, food. Get there in the end. And the longer you stay with him, the more you heal. So bear in mind that's a really good one. Quite often comes about now, actually, towards the end of just as you're going into the sort of final attack. So these are minor characters, so I'm going to let the magic user and the archer sort of get some attacks in, just to try and get some experience. These bowmen, if they're actually adjacent to you, then they won't use their bows and arrows, they'll just give it their melee attack. But it's particularly weak, so wasn't really that bothered. We've got one nasty up there, and then a minor character. There we go. So we've got my archer, I would have thought. Yep, that would have been good to take the archer out, but there you go. So being the big boss gets more than one attack. Now here we go. Berserker's okay. I think we've got this one pretty well wrapped up now. Only issue is once we sort of start to get rid of these two, whether we get a surprise attack. Obviously getting ready to get this one out of the way, then we're just left with a really minor character. As you can see, for this level it's got a huge amount of hit points. Not good. Alright, let's get rid of him. What can I magic user do? Nothing. I did my healing, didn't I? Aha! Because I haven't got this really good Okram's Mind Razors are fantastic, but they take 7 power. You don't get them just yet. Oh, this is going to get him now, surely. Yeah. So there we go. So I get the shield and a bit of gold, and that's it. As it turns out, of course, the shields can only be used by one of the ogres, and I haven't got an ogre character, so it's straight to the market and sell it for gold, and then we can use that gold to train up, because my main fighter is ready for training, my magic user is, and my second fighter as well. That sounds like that's going to be pretty expensive. It's certainly worth doing though, because you tend to get more hit points, and then you get extra abilities in that you become better at attacking, or you become stronger, or you get an extra attack, which is particularly useful. So we then get a choice here. Since the update, you don't tend to get ambushed on the way to somewhere as much. It tended to be about 80% of the time you're ambushed before, but these days it doesn't happen anywhere near as much. That's quite pretty little graphics in it already. And then as you come into a town for the first time, you then get sort of a major quest for that area. So there's a whole load of stuff to read. I suggest going back and pausing if you want to read it all, but I never really sort of bother with all of that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and let me know if you want me to load any more up. Cheers then.